Hey, this is Rob from Source New Age. Okay, so we got some new music here. This is actually Source New Age music. We created this. We used GarageBand and the loops that come with it. So, am I playing the guitar? No, not really. But I can try to play guitar later on as we get down. But I wanted to get some up right away. This way I don't have issues with, is it correct to use the music or not? The last music we used is always correct. That's my nephew's music. It's Plastic Noise. It's wonderful. But now we're just going to try to make some music for background. Anyway, so today's story is about the news. Now the news, and this is the this first Monday in the new year. So I wanted to start off with the news and give you some idea of how to get the news. Now I call iTunes the new browser. So basically, I don't use a browser very much at all. I use iTunes to get all my information. If there was a way for me to search Google without ever using Google. You want Google too, but YouTube and Blip TV without using a browser, I would definitely do that. So if they ever come up with an app, I'm set. I'm not a big fan of browsers. So here's the deal. I want to get my news every morning. I don't want to turn on the TV and get the news the way they want to give it to me with ads and so on and so forth. I want news. I want to get it. I want to get it right when I need it, right? The problem is live news is a little tougher to get on the internet because of all the news agencies making money from supplying TV. So until that changes, which I imagine that's going to happen soon, there are some ways to get live music through Twitter and so on and so forth. I will bring that up in the future, but let's start with a simple one today. How to get the news delivered to you every morning. So you go to your iTunes and you go to the iTunes store. You go to podcast. And then in the categories, you can get news and politics. Now, here's the deal. I mean, you can pretty much get any news and politics that you want. Let me go to the ABC World Newscast. But it's a day late. See, today is the 4th, and it's showing me up the world news for the 3rd. Not that I'm not going to watch that. I will. But that's where the delay is. But nonetheless, you can get to and cover pretty much all the news in a more in-depth, kind of like magazine news reading, kind of like getting a little more in-depth about the stories. And you can get that from just going right to the top podcast and picking whatever podcast or picking here or the featured providers. And you'll notice that the Fox network doesn't get much play on the list. But it is a featured provider. Now, that's maybe because most people are on there. I have no reason why that doesn't happen. But just so you know, it is there. Even if you see something that's politically not in your affiliation, you could probably find it by just looking down here. One of the other access is to find news that is not from one of your regular sources. For instance, you can get news from Slate Magazine. And Slate Magazine has very interesting news programs. So you can get it any way you want right from here. Or you can just go see all in the featured and go through 5 pages of all different types of news. And here you go. There for you to see. All right, so that's how you get your news. Now, how does it look when you get there? Well, I get all my podcasts in the morning and look at all these podcasts. It's crazy, all right? I got a lot of podcasts that come every morning and gives me all the information I need for the day. But if I need news, I made a playlist of just news programs. Not just any playlist. It's a smart playlist. So if you go File, New Smart Playlist, that's how you can create a smart playlist. And let me edit it so you can see what it is. In this smart playlist, and I keep it simple, its category contains the news. And I can limit it to 25 or just keep it live updating. And now here are all the news programs that I subscribe to. And you can see this in cover flow mode. Wherever they give us an image, we get an image. Otherwise, we don't. All right. You can also see this in list form if that's better for you, or icon view. But cover flow I like the best because it gives you list and icons. You can actually get this in a full version to see it like that. And just go into, let me find an image for you. Or you can go back to its original format. Now you can, this is pretty much how I get my news in the day. And I can play it.
I'm David Muir here in New York. Here's a quick look now at the headlines from ABC News. We begin overseas where Israeli tanks and infantry.
And this is why I brought it up. We have a war going on in the Gaza Strip. We have a war in Iraq. And it's time for you to pay attention to the news a little bit. But we're here now. Okay? So that's how you get your news. And this is Source New Age for Monday, January 5th. And that's 2009. Wow, I made it to 2009. That's pretty cool. And I hope everybody had a great New Year's. And we'll see you all soon. And I look forward to Tuesday.